Can I let you in on a little secret? Someone is always going to have a problem with you. I know I didn't hold your hand when I said that. I am so sorry, but I'm being serious. There is always going to be somebody who doesn't like what you're doing, doesn't like what you say, doesn't like how you look, doesn't like how you do your makeup, doesn't like your hair, your clothes, whatever it is. There will always be somebody that doesn't like something about you. We live in a world, in an age, in a social media age where we think that if we get a few bad comments that our lives are over because that person doesn't like that about me. Maybe it's an insecurity they called out that you already had, that you're like, yep, I knew it, I suck, like I can't stand this about myself, and now everyone's noticing it. There will always be that riff, you know what I'm saying? There will always be people in your ears saying you should do this better, you should do that better, you should do this better, you should do that better. I like it when you do this, I like it when you do that. There will always be that static. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish we could all be kind and loving to one another, but unfortunately that is just not how our society works. You've seen it in the TikTok comments, you've seen it on Instagram, you've seen it in your daily lives when you're gossiping about that friend, you're like, man, she got a haircut, I don't like the way she looks. Man, I saw she colored her hair, she looks so bad. We've all done it and we've all seen it. We have to get to the place where we're okay with the fact that not everyone's going to like us and we cannot please everybody. I saw a TikTok comment on somebody's post, and it was a hair transition, and this person had one color of hair, and then she did a transition and went to the other color that she chose. And looking through her comment section, it was just like, you looked better like the old hair, or you don't look good, you look ugly now. Really, really negative and very mean and cruel things. And something really remarkable that this girl did that I just could not applaud her enough for is she just said, I don't really care. Like, she would comment back and saying, thanks for your input, but I like the way I look, or I like my decision because it was my decision and I can make that for myself. Like I said, I really, really, really like the way that she addressed this, and I think more of us should start addressing like our hate comments or just hateful things people say in person like this by saying, you know what, that's okay that you feel that way because I don't feel that way, or you know what, like, that's okay that you feel that way. That was an insecurity of mine. I kind of feel that way too, but I'm not going to let that static ruin me, and I'm not going to let it, dictate the way that I act, dress, speak, whatever that I know I'm supposed to do, that God has called me to do. I'm not going to let your opinion and the way that you have stated your opinion sway me from the things that I know that I'm called to pursue. I think a lot of times that we allow other people and other static to dictate in a way. If we decide to post on social media, if we get good response, then we want to continue posting, but then the moment we get the hate comments, we kind of stop. Or I think that sometimes whenever we feel God calling us to something or telling us, oh, I want to change my career path from this where I'm making a lot of money to this where I'm not making as much money, but I know I'll be happier. And you hear that static from other people, well, you're making a bunch of money, so why would you want to stop and do something different? Like, you need all this money. And I just kind of wanted to encourage you guys that there will always be somebody with a problem with what you do. You cannot please everybody. I know that being a people pleaser, it's so hard not to want to please everybody, but you physically cannot. Like, there will never be a person that you can 100% please. People will not like you. People won't like the way you act, talk, dress, speak, and that's okay. Just like, I'm sure there are a lot of people that I'm going to cross their For You page and like, I do not like her. I can't stand the way she looks, dresses, acts, whatever. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that cross my page that think that, and that's okay, because we don't all have to like each other. We don't all have to follow each other. We don't have to do that, right? We don't have to allow the opinions of others to dictate the way that we pursue our dreams and our goals, then the things that God has placed on our hearts. It truly does not matter. So just live in that today. You do not have to cater to all these hate comments and listen to all the hate comments and think those things about yourself, because they're not true. And genuinely, if you're the person leaving hate comments like that, that's more telling of you and maybe your heart than anything, because you're choosing to be negative and rude and mean instead of just simply scrolling, right? We don't have to act like that. We don't have to do it. But if you're the one that's receiving the hate comments and you're the one that's receiving all of these this negative static, I'm just here to encourage you that it doesn't matter. You can't please everybody. And that's okay.